Hey everybody, it's Dr. Sketch. Today we're going to be restoring a statue that I found at the Hillcrest thrift store here in Kansas City. I believe it is a statue of Joseph, simply because of the lily that it's holding. I believe that's a lily. I think this is made out of sandstone, I'm not real sure, but it's been heavily weathered. There's a book in his hand, and I believe that's a lily, which stands for the Lily of the Valleys, which was Jesus. And of course the Word, which stands for Jesus, because in the Bible it says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. So Joseph was in a sense, the stepdad of Jesus. He was the physical stepdad of Jesus, since his actual dad was Yahweh. So anyway, Joseph, this is his head. So you can see that someone's tried to glue it, and it's just kind of deteriorated over time. So we're going to restore it. We're going to fix his head, and we're going to fix the lily and the book, and we're going to make this better. We're going to sand this head down. We're going to sand the neck, and we're going to sand the head. So let's go ahead and get to that. We're going to use P150 grade. We're going to get this sanded down really good. And you can even use, on something like this, something so small, you can use like a nail file. Like one of those nail sanders that you use for your fingernails. You could go and get those from $1.25, what used to be the Dollar Tree. It's actually still called the Dollar Tree. I just call it $1.25 because that's what they sell things for. Hope you guys having a good week so far. Of course, it's here right now when I'm recording this video. It's Sunday. And we're about ready to go to church, and I just thought I would get started on this before we head out. So we're gonna get this sanded and taken care of. It's looking pretty smooth. Get some of those rough edges. And if we have to, we'll add some Sculpey to this and bake it a little bit, or not bake it, but hot air gun the thing. It looks like there's still some glue on there, so I'm gonna take a razor, one of these blades that you get from $1.25. I'm just gonna kind of chip away at the glue here. And those of y'all who've been praying for me, thank you. My voice is coming back. It really is. You can tell. I'm able to talk more. The doctor put me on some antibiotics, so thank you, Doc, for that. I guess we can chip away just a little bit at this sandstone. That's exactly what this is. It's sandstone. The reason why I say that is because you can literally chip this away with a blade. It's pretty fragile. I got this for $1. Got this little statue for $1. They had it for $2, and then they had a 50% off thing. So not bad for a restore project. Still a lot of glue on there. I'm really trying to get this off without doing any real structural damage to the statue. It's really difficult to do when it's made of sandstone. As you can tell right there, that stone is just coming right off. I mean, it's real fragile. Looks like I chipped that one a little bit, but that's okay. It's okay. Boy, this that glue is just taking the stone right off. The glue I use for projects like this, and I don't like to advertise names, but this stuff is amazing. These are not, this glue, this company is not sponsoring me in any way. But this stuff is amazing because the professional grade liquid for Loctite does such a great job on this kind of stuff. As you can tell, whatever glue they used, I'm guessing it was like a epoxy or maybe a wood glue because it turned yellow. And it did probably what it was supposed to do for a while. But Loctite dries clear, and it does like a really good job. I'm going to have to put some Sculpey in there. So it does a really good job, sealing things in. What time is it? It's almost time for church. So we're just going to sand this head down a little bit where they got the glue, and as you can see, the sandstone's coming right off. So I'm probably going to have to put, yeah, this is really soft. Probably going to have to put some Sculpey in there. It's okay. We're going to get Joseph taken care of here. Well, at least a statue of what we think Joseph might have looked like, I guess. So we're going to sand this down a little bit. Sand the sand. There we go. Not too difficult to sand when it's sandstone, Just kind of comes right off. So we're gonna kind of smooth this out. And you guys are experiencing this in real time. I'm not forwarding it or rewinding it. So I apologize for the length of the video. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to Sculpey a little bit because his head is a little off center. So we're going to Sculpey a little bit. We're going to do that. I'm going to get that prepped and we'll be right back. Okay, so now we're adding Sculpey to this. You can see here how it's chipped. It's been chipped in several places, so what we're going to do is just kind of fill in those gaps with tiny little pieces of Sculpey. And then we're going to smooth it out. As a matter of fact, just to preserve the statue, I might go over this whole thing in a layer of Sculpey. And that will preserve the statue. It'll preserve the sandstone underneath. So what we're going to do is we're going to take, I got this bottle of gel. I got a mason jar full of baby gel. Stuff's amazing too. I get this from $1.25 from Dollar Tree. And we're just going to lightly smooth out that Sculpey that's on there. And as you can see, it's smooth. The smooth Sculpey. And the oils probably won't hurt the sandstone, I'm guessing. I'm not real sure. I didn't investigate much into the oil. We're going to fill this back area up a little bit. So we've got this back area, and we've got the front area, and it looks like it's a little uneven, so I'm going to add a little bit more. Oops. You get this Sculpey oily, and it tends to come off a little bit, so you got to be careful. So we're going to take our brush. I use a paintbrush, and I just smooth out the Sculpey on the surface. So we're just going to smooth that out. All right, there we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use the old heat gun. I'm going to turn this around, and we're going to use it on regular mode with the setting number 2. So we're going to get it nice and warm. And we're just going to heat up the Sculpey part. It doesn't look like it's doing any damage to the sandstone. No, I guess, oh no, that's the glue that's bubbling. So there's a little bit of bubbling from the glue that they used. As you can tell there, you can see it kind of bubble. All right, so it looks like the base of this thing has come off. So what we're gonna do, and it looks like the statue's cracked around that area too. You know what, we're gonna leave the base off for now because we're gonna wrap this whole thing in Sculpey. So what we're going to do is we're just going to get our Sculpey ready. And we're going to put our pasta maker on setting number 6. That's a 6th in width, or not width, thickness. So we're just going to run this through. And as you can see, it comes out kind of like skin. That's why I call this skin. I call it Sculpey skin. So what we're going to do with this is we're going to wrap it. And you're just going to kind of cover the area. And what this is going to do is it's going to give it a layer of protection. Okay. Okay, so you can see just by this, you can see how it's smooth, and it's just wrapping the sandstone is all it's doing. So you see, you just smooth it out, and it's just wrapping the sandstone. So that's what we're going to do to preserve this little statue. And then we might donate this to a St.Yosef church. So that's the effect it gives you. You can see here, it just kind of vacuum seals the original material. Like this is sandstone, so it vacuum seals the original sandstone. And once you heat this up, it will be a solid. So it'll be a solid over the sandstone, and that sandstone won't chip away no more. Instead, the Sculpey will gradually chip away to reveal the sandstone, but you won't have the original sandstone chipping away. So that's how we're going to restore this. I'm going to go ahead and finish wrapping this. That way you... Oh, here's the Joseph statue that I was working on. Wrapped in the skin like I was saying, the Sculpey skin, which is just Sculpey run really thin and mounted over. And he hasn't been heated yet, so he's still soft. And I still haven't attached the head, but I did wrap the head. As you can see, I wrapped the head. And he's still soft. And then we're going to attach the head. And then we're probably going to put some Sculpey around it. Make sure it stays on, and then bake it. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Not bake it, heat gun. Use a heat gun to do it. But there's what he looks like right now. So we're going to get this baked. Keep saying baked. We're going to get this heated up. Okay, so here's Joseph with his head on. And notice I gave him more detail to his flowers, which I believe those are supposed to be lilies. So we've got his head on. Cleaned it up a little bit with the Sculpey. I've put some Sculpey on it and cleaned it up. We're still not done. We still got to touch it up a little bit, but I repaired his nose. Gave his Bible a little more texture. I don't know if that's what that was supposed to be, but it's a Bible now. So it's the Word of God. I'm sure he held that very dear because he rocked it to sleep every night, I'm sure. That was Jesus. So this is probably got to be my favorite part because I love the lilies. I think I just did a pretty good job on those. But all in all, I think this is turning out really good. So we're going to put some finishing touches, get this, smoothened. Okay. So here's what he looks like at the moment. So this is Joseph. Almost a finished project. Almost. You can see I kind of oiled him down a little bit. I'm trying to let the creases soften. You can see where I fixed his head. I fixed his neck. There's still some cracks in there a little bit. So we're going to kind of finish that out. But I gave him a longer beard. Give him some bushy eyebrows, give him more of a Jewish look, an honest to goodness Jewish man look. I even made him a prayer shawl. So look at this. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that just gorgeous? Now that does Joseph justice. That's gorgeous right there. So now we've got his prayer shawl. He's got his little, I think those are called phylacteries. I'm not real sure. And I'm debating whether I want to paint this or whether I just want to like marbleize it or something. I'm thinking probably marbleize because it looks pretty good smoothed out. But there's the finished project as far as sculpted. And that's what it looks like after it's been sculpted. So there you go. If I make any changes to it, I might make another video showing you guys the end result of it. But I think this looks pretty darn good. It looks pretty darn good. I absolutely love the prayer shawl being added to it. It makes it look fantastic. So anyway, there's Joseph. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want more videos, hit that notification bell. Don't forget to comment below so that the algorithms won't eat us alive. And, hey, share us with your friends. If you like what we do and you think your friends are going to like it, share. So like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And until next time, I'm Dr. Sketch. Keep sketching, y'all.